knows that something is going on, even when they don't tell you. You know how long the international community has pleaded with these people to go and sit down on that negotiation table and talk with the people of Southern Cameroons, talk with the people of Amazonia. So you people go to the Swiss let talk. This HD has been waiting. But you turn your back, you think say you'll be oga all the time. You'll be person where na only your own the count. No man no come. You don't see someone you cook chop, buy me, but no man no come. Who not like football? Because for these African countries, that one na outstation allowances. Where they for say they go outstation out of the country where they for swell their accounts. But they refuse not to come because they tell these people for the country say you cannot be killing fellow Africans. For people the way that they talk say country they never endorse we. No one know say na one way that way they don't already endorse them. Because that president they not come. They not send their sport minister, they made they come can toast the occasion. They didn't come. So na for tell una say, thank you, President Sako. Thank una ARF forces for this thing wey una dey do am for down the way place the shake so. Ambazonia Restoration Forces. We thank una for the resilience. I see that picture where una the workers who nyachi 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 they go and God dey cover una. It dey disgrace the enemy the way they not be gree draft money, they not gree draft, they not gree support. So when they say they no draft federal capital, make they not draft. The one the way they draft money they give them that last year $65,000, they not bring them. They want audit them. They say make they not audit them, and then they come say make they give them money. How you do go for bank where your salary no pass for bank? You go stand the cry for bank manager say pay me, pay me. You be deposit money there. You not deposit money, you go stand for front bank with the cry say me they pay you. Money dey inside, but your name not dey there. You not work. You want work, monkey go work, but won't hand the chop.
Yeah.
The thing I say, may we know say these international people the way they not come so not diplomatic endorsement. And any man wey e don support federal capital and wey dey still raise money for support the federal capital until this match go end next month, may you know say your cafe dey up. You believe in Amazonia. Any cent wey you dey put am wey dem dey take and use am judiciously. Some person dey ask me say may we tell dem how the thing how they wan prevent am. Why I go tell you? Just watch, just dey see am. You be know say tara go take place. You no be know. You be know say La Republic go can dey parade the stadium. You no be know. You know where to where they sell the film for their skin before they bring escort the military. People they dey inside 70-seater buses. Then military that they work out for down. The guard 70-seater bus. The same thing for stadium. Also you see that one. Then you want ask me say maybe I tell you how the thing no go work. Why I go tell you for here? If I tell you then what is your surprise again? Just something then the way you dey only done. You see as it happen. You know say people that they work. And another thing where you talk, Mape, that letter where you read am for that boss.
Mhm.
I don't even know. For people the way they dey along Boya, Tiko Mutengene Axis Road and other side, go Kumba. Una remember some mad guy wey they be calling Ekema. Ekema be the run from Boya to Douala only for go look football. Even though he be been a madman, he go paint himself green, red, yellow. He know say football dey Douala. You see the football spirit. Football comes with a spirit, with
Yeah.
love. You must be in the spirit of football to be able to enjoy football. I not think say other people then where they wear green shirt where they take picture, they send am for social media for show say they for football field. Their heart dey na inside their mouth. And all that empty pride where you want show say if we are doing it. That one na just vanity. Vanity. You cook chop, mommy and papa, you should not you the chop in front of your children. Your pikin dey not get chop, then you the glad, you the chop, you the enjoy. Then your maybe your children or your loved ones that do not have anything, you are dining and feasting in front of them, and you don't share with them, and then you think that you are a human being. You know, you are just an empty carcass. For people the way they be where they shed them, go down there for stadium. The one the way they still go for 2018, they go do election for La Republic. They still, work, they come back, enter Amazonia lineup. Now still that kind people there. Side where they work, now so that they go there. They're always busy looking for what they can eat. Uh, Belletology. That's what they are looking for. No heart, no human heart for their fellow human beings. This is the problem where we have here. Some people are praying and fasting that, may AFCON, may they even killed out Amazonian Restoration Forces. Some people they pray the fasting, may they kill them so that may we talk, say we not be talk, we not be talk. If you been at that one, now you go die at the end of the match. Because plenty of people that they pray say, Father, use this opportunity to liberate Amazonia. Use this opportunity to raise people that will really see that these people are subjugated to some kind of that there is war. That war was declared on the people. Instead for now for go out there to shout, they say the war that was declared on the 30th of November 2017 by Paul Biya upon the people of Southern Cameroons. You people look at it, the war is there. Instead of you going there and be shouting it, you go out, you are looking for something as vanity upon vanity. Ma catch any person wear that green shirt on honor day, or the yellow one, or the red one. Ekema used to run from, you will see him going to attend football match in Douala. Who be the tell you say football day? It's a football spirit. So for anybody that thinks that uh, um, uh, that spirit where people that be forget to shit on, they enjoy football, they don't die because ARF they don't kill them. They don't kill them. They for Amazonia. Amazonia is at war. So any person where they take military them, make them march, go to do war. They know say they already die because Amazonia they don't kill that spirit. Now don't see side wey dey cook chop wey sword not dey. Na so the football dey. Sword not dey. Nobody to blow vuvuzela. Now that they beg people say more na can enter bus. Official communique. Ambazonians go for months sometimes without electricity, without pipe-borne water. Nobody sends out a communique that let the water system or the water company or whatever go and take care so that people can start having running water. Some of you just sit down in the federal capital there. Is this people go and push buy water liter by liter and bring to you? You don't cry out. Some of you are ready to go and enter bus to go and play football. Some of you are using generator instead of the electricity that we used to have. They have eaten up our land, and some of us are celebrating, willing to go and enter the bus to go and play football. Know that as we are entering that bus to go and clap football, people are seeing you. People are seeing you. There are things that Amazonians should be crying out, should be telling the world that this is what we are going through. But we think that we can survive through suffering. Your life is supposed to be better than this because you have what it takes. You have the mineral, you have the resources, you have the manpower, you have everything. But they are cheating us every day. It's not football. We don't need football. We don't need football. We don't need football. Don't come and impose yourself on anybody. Amazonians, this should be our cry. Mapping.
Yes, so as I already talked with the win plenty. So this AFCON, those leaders the way they no go for the opening ceremonies. Where they be even get for go for the area where they be safe. They be get for go for inside La Republic land itself, like for the capital. For go show support for dictator Paul Biya. They no go there. That's big sign. Say they recognize, say there's a problem. There's a huge problem between La République du Cameroon and Ambazonia. People didn't know. So now diplomacy, now indirect diplomacy right there. Now diplomatic language right there. So I know they can't support you because I know so you do some bad things them. You kill your own people, the people who you claim are your own people them. That speaks volumes. So all I get for talking, I say this AFCON match for 2022, what they call them AFCON 2021, although it's taking place 2022. Now big boost for we struggle of independence. It will go down in history. So that this was one of the occasions where we get for show solidarity amongst countries all over the world. For sure say there's a problem. And that there will be a time when we will get our own freedom, where there will be an Amazonian team taking place in AFCON or World Cup. That time will come because that's what we are fighting for. That's what our children are dying for. That freedom to live the best life that we can live. Not to live a life as special status or second-class citizens. My sister, this country where I did in America, if you hear things that would have been happened in the past, you will wonder, this really happened. There was a time where they even get people they call them Ku Klux Klan them, where they catch black people, then they kill them. Just because they're black people them. There was a time that women did not be free vote. There was a time that power be only for white man. Only white man get they call them white supremacy. But times have changed. And that will happen. That will happen in Amazonia. Because we are not stupid people. We are not fools. The future is bright for Amazonia. The only sad thing is that we would have lost so many of our brilliant, talented sons and daughters. Unfortunately, that's the price we play for. That's the price we what's the word? Price we pay for freedom. That's the price we pay for freedom. But they
Yeah,
will not be forgotten.
freedom is not free.
No, it's not free at all. Because the same thing happened for this
Free.
country. Millions and people that die for war to get this big land that we are here enjoying. And we
Mape,
thank God for that.
each time when we dey talk these things, say people that they die. Make people not get me wrong. Not just because not true. Say when war day, people they die. In a revolution, people do die. It's sad say we dey lose our loved ones, but not just the pathway that, not just the way that. We're not happy say that they die, but there is no way somebody will point a gun at you and then, or somebody who leaves their place and is determined to subdue you to slavery. They will use every means. That's why Paul Biya said they were going to use every means to suppress whatever uprising that is taking place. And this is the every means they are using. Earth scorch policy, scorch earth policy, killing babies indiscriminately, youths, children, men, boys, and girls at every age. Which one is cheaper? Is it war or negotiation. Person wey like you, e go prefer say make una she don talk. E no go find a place where go wan show say me too are strong, me too are strong. You see why we Ambazonians, they don form team act. They don talk say yes, we ready for talk, so that make dem no kill. We no need to kill ourselves to be able for land where all we go when na dust unto dust. We don't need to kill each other. Let's go and talk over it and see what we can do about it. But the other partner resort to killings. Killing never solve problems. Like how I see some people they now that they thought say President Sako get to die by hanging. Even the country the way they get that tradition, death penalty by hanging, they don't abolish them. But you see a land where all of us get to put our hands together to fight for the land. So other ones say die. So one say die by hanging, death penalty, deserve death penalty by hanging. What did some person really do for you? Even the Republic self never even promised somebody dying by hanging. That they still use weapon, pa, where if the weapon and pa you go away without the pains. Then dying by hanging, you see how you go into that rope and by hanging, and then you profess it for your fellow brother. The thing I say, by the end of this war, maybe plenty people they go don't carry curses than blessings. For what way they don't talk, for what way they don't do, they don't give you money, you don't chop them, you don't siphon money, you don't take time, mismanage. When they want talk, not only arrogance, fruitlessness, disrespect, insult you the heap on everybody. You think you can have your way. You can have your way today, but not always. Ma Emma and Mola Ref, Tankuna, that our player, that our brother will be run for food to Douala, and then be and Bella. Not be Okuma, Bella. Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot. I remember. To be and Bella. So when things are in order, everybody enjoys. When thing dey even madman go know say if he run go with food, when people that they pay their money for go football by themselves, he go run with food go. But this one way they don't dey give you free lunch, say
I know.
boss go be the put am national communique, free bus. Since when did they start giving somebody free lunch in that country? Free ride. Then maybe una go to give una sardine. Then when they carry una go, the match go finish. Una no see the bus again wey go carry una come back home.
That's true.
I sure that experience, all man know that one. Because we don't dey see for Facebook, they will carry them, make them go vote. When they reach for they say they will give them 10,000. They reach, they give them 1,000. Then time for come back, they not see the bus where we carry them go. The 1,000 self not even correct for pay transport for go back for the place where they be take you. Now you go take your own money again, add them for pay transport for start go for place where you be comot. Which time we go learn? So, in a nutshell, we really want to thank our valiant forces for the powerful show where they put am out there, the defense where they put am out there, you know, because many people did not even expect because the way they line that military they shit down for the ARF they say we shall still show ourselves and the gods of the land are behind them and you see them through. And God Almighty is by their side. Mappy, I don't know whether we will close this football topic and we
Yeah,
encourage our people.
just one short statement, then you close them. I would
Okay.
say, if people they compare what did happen for La Republique land itself for their own stadium and what did happen for we land for Victoria, may they compare how many military they did for their own land and how many military they did for our own land. They go see say na invasion where La Republique don't invade us because they know say if they not invade us, they not fit do what the way that they plan for do. That's the only way they could have come and even try to have a game in our land. They invade us with all their military might that France don't give them. That's a big proof right there that all is not right, and La Republique knows it. So, Marisha, I just want to mention that one. If you continue for your next
Yes, they be
topic.
don beat dem there since Mape since 30th September 1961. They don bring their armour cars and beat dem for Bongo Square that day. Till today, they still dey.
Yeah,
So when something dey happen, na for there you go see. If you see that uniform, whether people dey wear am, new uniform, new boots, and new gun the way they give them make the whole am, you know say na newly recruit. So they always respond to situations. So they just go take
yeah,
those ones and come, make them just come just intensify way to way they don dey do am subtly behind. So we go continue to compare Ambazonians to stay safe, stay away. Look at that lawyer wey according to he say wan go leave pikin for school. Now na him dey with bullet
very
for
sad.
hospital. When they tell you that your land is rough, listen to the voices, because sometimes when something dey pass for air, hide yourself because they will take you do example. Because they wan use you now do example for say any man wey say na so the thing dey happen, they will take na you do example. So you must hide yourself from the caprices of the enemy. So Ambazonian people dem, make una continue stay for house, go about una business dem for corner corner, make person no near that place o, make person no near before they take you do example. Make dem no take you do example. Okay o, we don talk that one don pass. And we clap for our AROF dem, 21 gun salute. We salute una. We hold una in high esteem, we hold una in prayers. God go cover una. Una go finish the plan wey na una sef don plan am. Some person dey ask me for Facebook say wetin be the plan. I no be military. I dey only fit just reiterate say make people dey hide their head, make dem no take dem do example, make dem no be caught in between. Thank you, Mape. Another talk wey we get am for tell una today na una leader. Who be your leader? I dey see plenty people that dey write say someone dey tell me office don finish, someone don do this, someone don do that. I no know me the term of office wey you go give some person, because as President Sako talk am, what does not exist cannot end nor cannot be extended. Thing wey no dey exist. I like the way they happen because this time they don't put Amazonian on their feet. Everybody they work very hard. Someone that they read constitution, someone that they
Mm-hmm.
analyze them. This generation for Amazonia, dementia no go hold una, because every man is brain the work. Everybody is learning, is getting to know something, ready to say something. No, no, not only say, no, no, start do, because the doing is in the contribution. But we pray say we will not be cheated again in our contribution. So the talk way there for them say, what does not exist cannot be extended. Everybody knows in our constitution, now it be the joker inside country. Where when it won't happen, you go turn the paper. Who's side there? If you look, you not see the line, and you say, I not see a more. So now the reason that way we dey talk say we not see am for inside the constitution say this man wey they call say President Dr. Sako, e don end, or they get to extend am or whatever. E no dey for that big book. So for you wey you dey take your time dey so write say e don over, e don over. I no know me where you dey base your argument. Where be your moral judgment for say e don end? Na why the way the man himself ask am say make una show him side wey e dey so that e go fit follow the line, and if e no dey and na una wish say make e dey like that, okay, make una calm. People wey go fit calm for from the 15th of March 2021, 2022 for Washington DC, all the stakeholders dem, so that we go see how we go fit look inside that big book wey dey call am say constitution. We read line by line. The thing wey you know say e no correct, make we fix am, than for say make we be confuse we sef all the time. Because only this one thing so don make am. Some people they don go cause baby problem, put am for down, cause problem for themselves. So thing wey e no exist, dem no fit ex ten d am. And if the thing no exist and you like say make e exist, calm, make we sit down, make we talk am. E dey the same like how we dey try for tell this La Republic dem say una calm, make we sit down, make we talk this thing for negotiation table. Instead for them for calm, make we sit down talk for negotiation table, they don go take gun but dey kill people. You wey you say make I just talk am for that their language, Sako must go, Sako must go. Sako say okay, if I must go, no be problem. Calm, make we look am for the side wey I fit go, so that when I dey go, I go dey go me fine fine. You say no, you run, you say we don go impeach, me Sako go. We don talk say as he no wan go, if the wan only be for the, we must make that thing wey he must go. Na so we dey operate. Then we too go sit down dey complain say La Republic dey kill we. We go sit down dey complain say La Republic no wan gree come for negotiation table. How we go dey invite some person make e come wey we sef we no fit exhibit, we cannot function the way we know that thing should function. We instead run, go gather people dem, sit down for some place, begin dey talk, dey feed people with lies. Ambazonian people dem, make una know una leaders. Know your leaders. Mape, I hope so you go get something for Adam for here.
Yes, I do. I will refer to what you talk about the Constitution. You know, say for that November 16, 2019, when they be swear in with president, Restoration Council be come up with a statement. Will be dated on that day. The Restoration Council votes new president for the interim government, H.E. Samuel Ikomesako. And remember, say this was after what happened with Siseko, where they want make he no longer acting by the president. However, at the bottom of the document, they write something. Say, be it known that the People's Legislature, the Restoration Council, meeting on this day, Saturday, November 16th, 2019, in exercise of our constitutional duty, voted in support of the cabinet nominee. By this action, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ikome Sako is promulgated as President, Interim Government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia for a 2-year tenure effective upon swearing in. The expanded Restoration Council, within its legislative mandate, establishes the modality for continuity of office. Let me read that again. The expanded Restoration Council will, within legislative mandate, establish the modalities for continuity of office. So that line say they be put that 2-year term prematurely, where they not really follow constitution. But again, they say the expanded Restoration Council will, within legislative mandate, establish the modality for continuity of office. So my question I say, more just forget say they not follow constitution. Why it be say for this 2021 we just passed, would there be no say this mandate if end for 2 years? Why for 2021? They not be start the conversation. January pass, February pass, March pass, April pass, May, June, July. Why the body what they call a Restoration Council no be come out say, okay, we don't get this thing 2 years ago, 2019. Now time for we for revisit it. Let's start the conversation on how this person will continue the office. So for them, that will not be important. What will be important, I say, somebody for your mind, they don't already start work, say, this term will end, whether President Sako likes it or not, whether the Ambazonian people like it or not, it will end for be president. And now, if we reflect back, some people don't already start talk. There was an audio from, there was that letter in March from Secretary Chris suggesting, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Yes.
Yeah, Mape, can you hear
Yes.
me? Yes, more
Yes.
put this thing fine because you be there for cabinet that time.
Yes.
Because this thing don't cost many, many things where people then they don't know. Ambazonia mami them they she don't quiet because we dey always think say it will pass, maybe not just talk. You ask some fine questions, say for 2019. Normally for all country, when you know say electoral year dey come or extended year for presidency, you go don tell people say this is an electoral year. But they no talk. E no mean na say people dey not be aware, but when you be aware of something, say that one be just being a talk wey they be tell you, you go just leave am. They did not say it. Okay, March, as you did talk, March 2021. Ma call and say the former Secretary of Communication. Some people they say na the Iron Man, na the Anchor Man, na the Voice Man. Yes, na Voice Man wey don't be for this television, this ABC television. He talk all man be the hear from me, even mommy them or papa them, all man. We not fit deny that one. We can never deny it.
It really makes plenty noise.
We no go divide that. We no go deny bet. Why will this man be the talk for una for television? Back, 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 back. The talk other two way una be here. Behind, he write letter for president. He write letter give am for cabinet say make President Sako dissolve, may he step down, number one, may he dissolve a cabinet, and then may he call in the Kondengi, let me put it this way, the Kondengi IG, and then call for election, number five. Then may he, President Sako, may not be part of it again. May not be part of it again. Because if you dey on a very good footing, you go say, okay, just scatter everything. No, call everybody, no, come will be the same. Then me all manner go in for contest. Maybe no fix am. But you tell some person, say, you stop what you dey do, you bring in and the others, then you go now. You not come again, not be there. How many of you where you go get a football? Now remember that time when they buy football, when they go play the Makash. Then now you go get football. they'll tell you, say, may you not form your own team. No work now. So after that letter, somehow that letter comot mix inside cabinet. We dey just report this thing dem because everybody don hear for your own version. But for me, una never ever hear wey me I talk am for this channel. So me try to take this opportunity now for talk am for way I know. Because Mami dem no be don open their mouth officially for talk anything. We have been very silent. Even though Ma Irene don can talk, Septi Chris don stand for this TV every day dey talk. This one woman, this one cocoa wey dey spoil the pot and all those things. Una don hear all those things. So that letter leak for outside. Whether who leak am or till today we no know. But at the end of the day, the thing can hang na for Ma Irene neck. And if una get to know the back line from it, when that letter be leak, this Ma Irene Ngwa, where they call him name so, Ma Irene Ngwa, not be even there for cabinet. Ma Irene wan come for cabinet na time where, na day where they swear people. And that time, Reverend Ason Christensia, na he like Reverend where they be the respect you, they say me na he cause people, they made them swear, say, not be me put that letter out there. So when Ma Irene come back, you see people that they swear. Now I ask and say, why are people swearing? They say letter don't come out, say some person leak letter. Now I say, now which letter? They produce the letter, now we read them. To Ma Irene, he said, but the content of the letter, to the best of her knowledge, should be what should be considered, not who leaked it out there, because eventually the thing where the letter they ask, if it be affected, then there's no secret in it. But we must ask the reason why the person where he write this letter, they ask for all these things, and then they will sit down like a cabinet, try to analyze what to go on. Because if ye, Ma Irene no go swear. Now for they turn tell you the talk say, let me say, now you give out the letter. So you know that time where you know, so you know be there, you time where the thing go on, you just laugh over it. You just laugh. You say that one a joke, but suddenly the perpetrator take a meaning very seriously. Gradually, the thing began to metamorphose from that taking it to be joking, saying that Ma Irene dey leak out things for cabinet give Ochiba Nelson, which is not even the case. In this case, Ma Irene was not even in the cabinet when that letter was being leaked out. She only came in when people were swearing that in me, I take this letter, give her for out there. Let this one be, let this one be. Until today, the thing has not even been because who was the person that ever gave it out there till today? The thing moved from there. Mape, maybe you can continue because from there we can move to the ABC saga where we have ABC today.
Okay.
Okay, Mape.
Yeah, thank you for putting everything in perspective so people don't understand exactly the trend of what is going on. So then that famous audio came out by Reverend Asong condemning the president and giving suggestions as to who could be the president of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, naming three names. The former Secretary, Chris Ano, the former Vice President, Dr. Bongwa, and Dr. Metuge. Those three names were suggested. So in hindsight of what has transpired so far, I will go on the limb to think that there was a camp already building up somewhere. There was a group already building, reaching out to people, thinking that this 2021 that just passed November, before all this agitation come up with one bad tire and one bad cocoyam, as the pretense that the goal was to get President Sako out of office. But thank God for our constitution. Thank God for that book where they guide us, because without a book guiding us, we would go different direction. One will say A, the one will say B, the one will say Z, the one will say X. But we get a book where it be firm. It's not perfect. It be up to us Amazonians for perfect that book. For the America where they say we don't be more than 400 years, they get their constitution and they're always amending it to make it a more perfect state. So they're always amending it. So it be up to us Amazonians too. And remember, say we there at war. This is a revolutionary constitution. It will be different from when we become a nation. So if we take that in mind, so what is best for us during a wartime and not what is best for us when we don't get with stable land, if you take that in consideration, then it's common sense that you don't want something that you'll be changing the leadership. It's best to have one leader leading you, unless that leader do something so offensive to our goal, unless that leader betray the people so much
My
where enough
patience,
in leaders. Yeah,
my patience. The thing I
yes. So
say, that
uh-huh,
same constitution provides make provision
for that.
for for no change in for no kind of what they want to say elected for elections to be breaking the leadership, because it states that this interim constitution will guide us in the activities. And if you go for go begin to read them, because they don't reread that place for you, we dey only just talk them so that any person wey don dey hear it go remember. They don't reread them. Say this constitution go guide we until we go reach Amazon. When we reach
Why you
Amazonia,
continue on now?
three there will be a 3 year transition period. This constitution make provision for say even when the president is incapacitated, the vice president will sit in place. Even when the vice president is equally incapacitated, you have the legislative according to the good governance law and everything. The legislature will step in and know what to do at that time. Where if we
Absolutely.
never reach Boya, if we so the fact for say you dey now they go because they elect you, or some person go fair ask and say that means say if we not ever reach Boya now, but that only one person go continually the bidding. If that one person they continually the bidding, and then you are getting the results that you need to get to Boya, what is then wrong in that?
Absolutely. What is wrong
Not to
in
not be
that?
wrong, not to not be wrong in that, but if Amazonians they think say it good say may we make provision for election within that period, then Amazonians go sit down quietly, sit and negotiate and talk on the terms how they want and may be. Just like how we want and may la Republican meet we for negotiation table. Not be say you go continue because the fight, the insult people for forum, the plan how way some person must die, the plan how way you go get to kill some other person because say this. Because all these things it dey make we may we start think say you where they do those things are you not the black leg? Because constitution don't provide them. You don't make the steps then. Now, interim constitution to guide us to Boya. By the time we have a state, they go sit down, draw constitution, like how state that they do their constitution. Therefore, make it a whole matter. Say, this one don't make they go extend. You cannot extend what does not exist. Except you wanted to extend, you go and sit down and create extension modalities, as they put and say the expanded legislative council is going to sit down and then decide on the modalities of how. Thank God, all the LGAs they don't fit in place. I hear some person they talk to, they say it is not in the constitution that there will be that the LGA and the counties are not in the constitution. We cannot be stagnant. We move according to how we grow. We create and bring in fresh ideas how we can facilitate good governance. Because why this one become, people said, oh, money be lost, and people that for interim government they take their money. President Sako say, give your money to your LGA. Is it wrong? Give your money to your LGA chair or chairwoman that you will see her. If your money is missing, you ask her. Just like how we now, so we dey even talk. LGA, the way they give money, say me they buy them farm tools. Some people they know they take the money, they not bring the farm tools. Then now the LGA they be able to identify who they be give their money to. So now some of these things and way Mr. Sef, I go to say not be everything get to be the constitution day, but you get bylaws and where the fee support you according to as you dey grow. President Sarkozy self talk say any dey fear election, but they must make things they made they put am straight, make the election be. You know, dragging into election for thing wey e no dey inside document for this place. He say no go be there. But then he say any person wey no say e be necessary, no go sit down for match, no talk about am. So that if he not there tomorrow, it's okay.
Absolutely.
Wetin wey we want. Now the only way that way we fit analyze and see and say, calm. No go she don't talk about and that for pikin the worker go dey create different forum, they carry people, then they put set confusion, the whole county and the LGA they create backside things them. Okay, before I want even digress small, I begin talk about this thing where how this problem they start where they say it start now woman Irene. All man be here how they say this one woman say please stand for this TV, this one national TV say this one woman, she's spreading her legs everywhere. If they do not remove her from the cabinet, it no go come back. But today, una Amazonians, intelligent people, from this short voice where I go play am now, una go hear where the same person will be tell una say he get problem with Ma Irene. The same Coco must go. That day, if he say, I dey tell una this thing so that may una not ask me say who say you be there when it dey happen. This one woman. But today, now listen to the audio. Mark they mean me. Let me come up with video. Now put video. The thing shock me too I hear. Say na so he talk.
We finished before we finished before I remember saying
Sorry.
issues going on by the interim government. I refuse to make that statement while the Restoration Council was still working on the issues. But on Wednesday, expect a very elaborate statement coming to me to give you my understanding of these issues as they are. But what has been going on, fellow Amazonians, within the last few, I would say within the last 1 month, within the last 1 month, is exactly what I call the dysfunctionality that made me to walk out of cabinet. When I walked out of cabinet, some people have said, oh, Irene Gua versus Secretary Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, it was never about Irene Gua and Secretary Chris. It was about the dysfunction.
Amazonian people there. Now how many people that go bear me witness how many times where this same voice will una hear be shout say, this one woman. Someone they say woman power strong or woman power strong. It don't hold some people there. But now the voice this today, they tell una say it was never about Irene Gua and Secretary Chris. Now this same problem carry Ma Irene go Restoration Council for go answer report where they go label them. This Secretary Chris go label them against Ma Irene for Restoration Council. Now, this same problem where say no go for for ethics committee, he no go ethics committee because ethics committee na lions den. I don't know why he call am lions den, because if you look at lions den for Bible, Daniel was innocent. He go for that lions den, he come out free. Only the guilty they go there, they chop the lion, they devour them. So I don't know how person wey know say he be innocent as he be go the fear lions den. He go now for Restoration Council, go present a case for them. Ma Irene follow go for Restoration Council as the invitee. He go present the case as we Chris and go report it there for Restoration Council. But today, after 1 month, he come back for Kante una say it was never about Secretary Chris and Ma Irene. Now the leader that way una say una one follow and say na leader.
Ma Rachel.
Person change worker. I dey tell una say more una know una leaders. Because for person for say this one cocoa spreading her legs everywhere. Me I dey talk like a woman, there's tears in my eye because I know the pain where that woman be go through when this brother be the sabotage, be the use her name anyhow on this same ABC TV. Just because the woman decided as result mobilizer to call for audit for this very ABC TV. For 3 years, we have been asking you to show us the bills for ABC TV. You never gave any document to anybody. Only for you to turn around and say, this woman must go before you go come back for cabinet. Today, you stay in front of other group of Ambazonians, tell them that it was never between Secretary Chris and how do you want people to look at you? Upon all the thing where you start on this one woman.
Ma Rachel,
Because,
you know,
yes,
I want to
ma'am.
say something. May we just even put aside that blame on this one woman, this one bad cocoyams, or this one bad tire. May we shove them to the side. So it don't move on. So that was never the problem. Because now a new story now, a new line now. The new line, I said the problem was the dysfunctionality of the cabinet. Ma ask Ambazonia people them, mommy them and papa, they want to listen. May we just tackle this one small one. How was the cabinet dysfunctional? How was the cabinet dysfunctional? When I know what the cabinet be, now different departments in there. We just get one forum. If we be there for Boya, anybody forget their own office, you know, we as women's department will get our own office. There was a building we're going to say now, the Women's Department of Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Dr. Tita forget their own office somewhere when the health department. The Home Affairs will get their own office. The Education department forget their own office. Every department forget their own office. Unfortunately, with the work on Zoom, on WhatsApp, we get or Telegram, we get this forum we work on. So me and my Rachel, we there for Women's Department. We do our own work as the Department of Women's Affairs or Services. Dr. Tita there for Health and Human Services. They do their own work with Dr. Yaya. Dr. Kejan there for Home Affairs. They do their own work. My Dorothy there for Ethics with Dr. Tom. They do their own work. Education department, Marianta and Dr. And Mr. Fondi, they do their own work for education department. So every department they do their own work. Are we not doing our work? Is that why we are dysfunctional? So they don't go do a SWOT analysis for all these department them. They should say they need to do their jobs. Is that how cabinet is dysfunctional? May Secretary Chris answer that question. When I ask you,
yeah, foreign
have there
affairs,
been a SWOT analysis of all these departments showing that they are not doing their jobs and that's why they are dysfunctional? Some other one use excuse for blame the president. Let me go a little bit further. Let's talk about LGism. Who do they handle LGism? Not chairman them, or chairwomen them, or chair ladies. So Mezam get their own chair, Momo get their own chair, Fako get their own chair, Kobe Manuga and all the like, they get their own shares them. What did it happen for their own different counties them? Now president is fault. We are all in this together. This goes back to the fact that this person called Chris Arnold, I don't want to even use the word secretary, had an agenda. I don't go back for the old way Reverend Asombi make him suggest 3 names. After that letter before March, I think that audio came out April or May. I get to go look up exactly, know when it came out. There was an agenda thinking that 2021 was going to be an election year. So made the start spoil. As a matter of fact, since the Restoration Council was not doing anything, all this agitation started around the end of October. Mind you, I remember something again. Mind you, October 1st was supposed to be celebrated with the cabinet members and members of government together. It was supposed to happen in Boston. Originally, it was supposed to happen in Washington, D.C. Then there was a conference in Boston. So the president thought I should be moved to Boston, but something happened that was canceled. Mr. Chris Arnold himself suggested that be taken to Texas. He want waste government money, make people don't go for Texas, go celebrate October 1st, when you don't really consider this president a lame dog president. Isn't that surprising? Why would he want the president and cabinet members to come to Texas, Houston, Texas, where he lives, to celebrate October 1st? What was that all about? So this one are planned, they don't plan all along. They don't blame that one bad cocoyam. They don't realize they no worker, because the one bad cocoyam don't go tell your own story. We wait for Restoration Council for really come out with their verdict. They never come out. Then they don't jump for that one back cocoyam, blame a dysfunctional cabinet. I don't ask them a question. How can the cabinet be dysfunctional? So all the departments, they need to do their work. Are we all failing? Then will that be the fault of the hierarchy where there's a chief of staff, there's a vice
My
president?
patience,
Yes, so
my patience. Sorry, the
yes.
thing I said, when you see person where the associate dysfunctionality, failure, and everything, you check he handwork.
Look yourself.
Check,
Yes.
yeah, check yourself. What way he dey do,
Yes.
because if I thought say the ABC board go can down for here, or the ABC directorate they go can down for here, maybe they'll come with party themselves go can explain some of the things and way that they happen for this ABC way with the watch am, where it be under e care for all these years, for 3 good years. He not be dey do his job, because the things wey we get to do for this ABC, filing for 501c tax paying for ABC, he never did it. That was dysfunctional. People still trusted him. Nobody asked. They just thought he understood and he was doing it. Only for the days then when he dey comot the go before they realize and say ABC dey exist. The person wey be the take care never did anything to go and pay. E just dey like people wey no pay tax. You no pay per term. Dem no can close your off license. And you when you claim say you get shop, you not pay all those things. What are you waiting for yourself at the end of the year? Of course, make they close your shop. That means say e plan to be there and say by the time you want to open the TV, make they don't close this ABC. And he decide for say my Irene must go, because one, my Irene, even me, I am even talking here several times in country coordinators coming every time. ABC is on life support. ABC is on life support. We raise money, we give to ABC. It is a scandal to come to realize that upon all the 12,000 and the 13,000 they were raising for ABC every month, not less than 3,000 was supposed to be spent. How do I know this? It's only when I ventured into the process to even have a TV, to be part of that TV you people call Nanchop TV. And I also have an audio that I can still play to let you know that even this they are romancing, that they are romancing with Nanchop today. In those days when we started that TV, yes, the thing will come on and now they go know. Say they don't cheat people than for ABC. The fact say people that she don't quiet they need talk is not our priority for can she don't hear they talk about people, their names. Why why will people they on zero they dey die? But I fit she don I fit talk because I know say women's department we dey take care of orphans, we take care of widows, we take care of wounded, we do many things. And we dey try to connect with them. We were never and we have never been dysfunctional. So if any person can she don tell una say there was a dysfunctional cabinet, ask Dr. Tita if he dey get chop for prison or in dey get chop for refugees or for IDPs, or if they need pay medical bills. Ask Dr. Ellard if he need to do diplomacy, if he need travel from country to country, they attend the ACT meeting. They ask Dr. Ellard if he need to write letters to many places and do consultation. Then you have ask the Homeland Security, the defense, if at all despite the fact that they still try to scatter the boys, the results don't show me for the AFCON. Say even if not 10 of them they decide to stand under the umbrella of the under the auspices of Dr. Sako. Then I wish dysfunctionality, Homeland Security, Homeland Affairs and community mobilizations. LGAs are mobilizing their people, sending people to the Restoration Council to be vetted. Now, which dysfunctionality at which level will be the take place? Now, for which level will that dysfunctionality be the take place? May really show me the place where be the take place. Because now people then this way, they raise money. Now you go people the way instead of buy farm tools, gear from the no, not make a man. Now you go find a contact where people they raise more than thousands of hundred thousands of dollars. Say go and bring the things and supply to LJ. Till today, nothing. Then how did they spend their time dysfunctioning the system only for can stand for TV, the shout say it was because of dysfunctionality. Where was it not functioning? May we be very, very careful. I did just beg Ambazonians and say, may una not she don't make some person can take away una joy with small with lies. That's the way shout say this one woman. It was never between Secretary and Ma. After he spent months on this same platform shouting this one woman, spreading her legs everywhere. Today it turns out to be that it wasn't Ma Irene. Ma Irene and the family, they will carry the case, they will go court. Even when you want for one time to say no, it wasn't Ma Irene and this, it was dysfunctionality. All those things are in record. All then the day, they'll subpoena all those things. You go bring them, you go can't show. If you go for online, go try for erase them, try for move them, no, but people they don't restore them in hard disk. So when you think say you want to destroy somebody, some person talk say if you want press some person inside mud, make sure that you two go stand inside that mud for very long time for make sure say that person will the press and remain inside mud. Because when you come out, the person will come out. It is not the women's joy to come and sit here. We have not even talk our own experience. If we now go back to the Horizon show where we start since 2020, go and check the whole series. You may never see any of our shows registered anywhere because there was a tactical dissolving of anything that anybody was saying. You people did not ask yourself that what happened to the shows that were taking place on ABC. At one time, all of them ceased to exist. You did not ask yourself why. Because there was a dysfunctional leader sitting somewhere. He did not fulfill his own responsibility. Every time ABC is on life support, ABC is on life support, people raise money and give. I myself, I raise. I know what my family brought out each time. ABC is on life support. Only for me, in going to register a TV, came to discover that with less than how much that TV can function even for 3 months. You tell people that is functionality for how. There has never been any dysfunctionality. Never been. Only because of your own agenda. Ask how many departments do we have in this cabinet? We have health, we have women, we have defense, we have economics, we have education. Ask them whether they have ever gone astray. Apart from some of the people that decided to join him from education, that they also did not do what they were supposed to do. They embark on different journeys.
So, so my Rachel, that is why I will say this every time that I come on air, that Mr. Chris Anno exhibits Trump-like tendencies. You tell a lie over and over and over again so that people start believing you. And then when they believe you, they start following you. Very dangerous. You tell a lie over and over and over again in a loud voice. People start believing in your lies. You win them and they start following you. That's what has happened. Unfortunately for him, the truth always prevails, because that lie will get revealed soon that it's a lie. People will see the truth. Amazonians are not stupid. And Amazonians are not stupid. We now realize that it was all a ploy to get this president out of office. Why do you want to get the president out of office? Is he not doing a good job? Do you think you can do a better job? When I think about it, somebody will get a department, even if he even handled that department as a Secretary of State for communications and IT, even if he handled that department, then he'll put I for a bigger office, the office to be the president. How can you be rewarded with such a huge responsibility when you're doing nothing as a Secretary of State of Communications? How is that possible? And the thing that is even painful is that there are some people that you will think that they know better following this man. There are some people that you think they will know better. You know, when it comes to money,